I'm done with this. No more reels. No more manga. No more webtoon. I can't do this anymore. Hello everyone. This is day 1 of the challenge. I'm gonna replace my screen time from my social medias and reading manga, webtoon towards reading books. But just to get you started, I'm gonna give you a rundown of how my screen time typically looks. So last week I've spent 7 hours and 48 minutes average, and then the week before that 6 hours and 40 minutes, the week before that basically 7 hours. And definitely not a good use of my time, so that's why I'm doing this challenge. Today is Sunday. I just got off from work, so that's why it is 9 o'clock right now. It's 9:20. So on Sunday, 7 hours and 13 minutes was spent on my phone, but specifically on webtoon. I spent around 4 hours reading webcomics. Just a bunch of pictures and a few words. And it's just really addicting, so I can't help myself sometimes, but today it's gonna be books. I feel like I spent a good 30 minutes on my phone when I'm supposed to be reading. I think I might fail the first day. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna be reading for 4 hours straight if I want to wake up on time. I'm gonna go brush my teeth and I'm gonna do some reading. I'm gonna say like 2 hours would be good enough because it's already very late, and I'm gonna give myself some credit because I was at work the whole day from like 10:30 to 6:30, so it's been around 8 hours, and yeah, it's just not reasonable. Like I'm just making excuses, but tomorrow I will do better. Okay, I'm gonna start reading now. So I'm gonna just put a timer on my iPad for 2 hours. I think the goal is just to finish this book. I'm like halfway done. So yeah, that is my plan for tonight for this challenge. I'm gonna dip to sleep tonight because I'm very tired, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think I've had like 30-40 minutes. Bye-bye. It's the morning now. I procrastinated in bed for like a good 20 to 30 minutes, but I'm gonna go downstairs to eat now, and I'll read along the way. I'm gonna bring my computer down so I can also do some work on there. This is gonna be fun. So on here I have an hour and 30 minutes left, so I'm gonna finish this up and start on tomorrow's reading. Well, today's reading. I finished the book. Okay, so I read the half of it by Madison Beer, and I would say I'd rate this book a 4 out of 5. Just in terms of the whole book, I really enjoyed just learning a little bit more about her life. I think it was good. I'm glad I finished this book. 7 minutes on my timer, so I'm gonna find another book to read, and then I'm gonna get started on the next set of time.
Yo.
I'm up to page 106, and honestly, I got kind of tired of reading, and there were 4 minutes left, so I just powered through. But this book is interesting, but I don't think I can read this for like an hour straight, which is what I basically did. So technically I could read it for an hour straight. No one's sitting next to me. I'm so tired. This is so funny. What? She's tempting me.
Just read manga.
I'm good. The whole point of the challenge was not to read manga, read actual books.
So that's why I stay right here. Cause when all of my dreams seem so out of reach, you're crystal clear. You don't disappear, baby. No. So why would I follow you? When you're the only thing unhollow me. And why would I try to hide the truth when I feel so empty without you? It's getting a little.
Guys, this is the 5th day of reading, and honestly, it's actually pretty easy now. But I think it's because I picked a book that was actually enjoyable. And let me just read something, because I think it's really funny for some reason, even though it's really not that funny. Women, every time I walk down the street, how am I supposed to face these men again, knowing that some foolish woman paid my debts? My nuts are shriveling. I think the parts where he says his nuts are shriveling is really funny to me, but it's really not that funny either. But I'm gonna just read the excerpt because I don't know how to explain it, because I'm only like 100 pages in. In the early 19,000s, teenage Sunja, the adored daughter of a crippled fisherman, falls for a wealthy stranger at the seashore near her home in Korea. He promises her the world, but when she discovers she is pregnant and that her lover is married, she refuses to be bought. Instead, she accepts an offer of marriage from a gentleman. Blah, blah, blah. But this is good. And honestly, this is so much better than the past 2 books that I've been trying to read, which is all about love and the unspoken words. This is like more like self-help books, which is very useful, but I think I can only be reading it for a certain amount of time. There's no way I was gonna read it for 2 hours, bro. But I think the next few days, which is today and tomorrow, I don't really have that much reading to do. Like today, I was only supposed to do like 21 minutes. I was able to do that. And then, yeah, I'll keep you updated by tomorrow, so. Do you think I'm reading? Am I lying in my YouTube video? Am I reading?
Yeah. For your book?
Yeah.
For that
Yeah,
book? Yeah, you're reading.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now I have physical proof that I've been reading.
Okay.
This is the end of my 1-week challenge of replacing my social media and manga screen time with books. So now I'm gonna just talk a little bit about my takeaways from this challenge. Number 1 being, I spend way too much time on my phone, especially when I'm not in school. I think it's kind of out of habit because I tend to be bored of things easily, and then I try to search for something to do because I have nothing to do at the moment. And the easiest thing for me to do is go on my phone because I always have it on me all the time. And it has so many things on there to keep me entertained, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, short form content, reels, shorts on YouTube, as well as manga. But there are definitely better ways to spend my time. Number 2, reading is honestly really intimidating because of all the words in the book. Because I'm really used to reading manga, So making that transition towards reading books again was kind of hard. It's a little bit embarrassing for a college student, but that is how I feel. Number 3, it can be fun to read when you find the right books. At the end of the challenge, I was reading Panchiko, and I really enjoyed that book because it was more of a fiction book compared to the books I brought to Buffalo with me, which were just like self-help and career development books. There's no point of you trying to force yourself to read through that whole book. Just to get yourself started with reading, I would say just pick up a genre that you actually enjoy. So whether it's romance, fantasy, maybe more of a fiction book first, and then afterwards, like if you want to read like self-help and career development books, you may do that. Just enjoy your life is what I'm trying to say. And number 4, at the end of the challenge, I kind of found myself being thrown off when watching like short form content again, at least in Buffalo. So that was really shocking for me because I love watching my short form content. However, this habit's kind of gone now that I'm going back to using my phone and having an average screen time of 8 hours. But I'm gonna continue trying to read books, and I honestly think this challenge would be very helpful for other people who have their own addiction like me. Apparently reading can increase focus, attention span, concentration, and even improve memory, so a lot of good benefits to it. There's no harm. And my next steps are just continuing reading, whether it's like more fun books or like more self-help books if I want to do that. And I was able to borrow some books from the library, so I'll be working on that. And I will continue my challenge even after this video. And I encourage you guys to do the same too. And I know my friends are watching, so hi. But this is it for the video. Adios.